I'm Jake Andrus, Sales and Marketing Manager for RETROFIT Lighting and Design. Today we're at Faribault Middle School in Faribault, Minnesota. We did an LED upgrade project here that implemented color tuning LED technology, and we're going to talk to some of the staff and see what they think.
My name is Nikki Hagedorn. All my students and staff call me Miss Nikki, and we are at the Faribault Middle School, and this is a special education classroom. I specialize in working with students with autism spectrum disorders. I teach social skills, emotional regulation, executive functioning, and all those sorts of things in my room.
My name is Amber Tomford. I'm a special education setting 3 teacher at Faribault Middle School. My classroom is set up for students who are setting 3 severe profound disabilities. They have a label of DCD or mostly ASD.
Students with autism spectrum disorder and a lot of other students with like emotional behavior disorders or some students with specific learning disabilities have sensory sensitivities. They have a heightened sense of awareness of the noises and the flickering of lights, and so by using this LED light, it kind of reduces that feeling of being overwhelmed. And so an exciting part for me is having them aware of how light affects how they feel and finding what kind of lights work for them.
I wanted to be able to control the lights, do a color that worked with my students and their needs. Like if my blue's not working, then I can switch it to maybe a green color to see if that had a calmer effect. I played around with the colors, and blue seemed to be the favorite and the one that they wanted the most. So I've stuck with the blue.
My room, like everyone walks by and like, oh, you got the cool room. Like, oh, I wish I could be in here. And it creates, kind of takes away the stigma that sometimes a special ed classroom might have. But a lot of times my go-to color has been blue because that is one of those calming colors, blue or green. Some kids really like red because they just like the color. But for behavior and anxiety and emotions, it's not the best one to go to. So a lot of times it's just blues and greens, and then I have over here like underwater calming video and music, and so it kind of creates this whole atmosphere that just, you know, the anxiety level just drops.
As complex as the lighting system sounds, it's actually very simple. Fixtures look exactly like a normal fixture. The control is an app-based system with an iPad installed, mounted on the wall. So LED lighting can offer many benefits beyond just energy savings. Increase employee morale, improve student performance.
If a student is having extreme behavior, they like the dark blue. And in my take a break room, I have it where it's really dark so they can go back and take a break and be calm. They're able to regulate themselves, get their emotions under control, calm down, and then they're able to come back to our activity.
A lot of times my students want to be like under something or somewhere dark. They want to get into a comfy cave, and so being able to lower the lights creates that comfy cave atmosphere. And I've noticed that it does reduce those behaviors that could be related to those sensory sensitivities. But a lot of them have commented that they have a similar light at home, like they have a lamp that they can choose the color, and that way they can make a connection. Even if it's a magic, you know, button like blue makes me calmer, it doesn't really matter. If it works, it works.
On Mondays, for sure, it's a lot better. Like I notice it a lot more with staff and students. They come in and they just immediately say it's a calmer effect. They feel just like the stress leaves their body.
Sometimes if I'm having trouble with, you know, the kids are in a lull or whatever, like I can get an attention getter by letting them choose the color, giving them choice and options, especially in my calming area in the back. Having the option to have a colored light back there has been helpful in reducing behaviors or reducing anxiety that can happen at a middle school often.
When I didn't have to put the coverings above the lights anymore. Coverings were fabric, they had magnets, and you either had to stand on the ladder, take my long ruler stick to poke them up so they would stay. I know our ASD classroom here has the lights, and our setting 3 EBD classroom has the lights on. I think it would even help just a general ed classroom. I would definitely recommend having a classroom do the lights.